Now, in the past few days, I've received a couple of messages in my DM and comments too. People have been asking what's happening in Lagos, particularly with the recent events with demolitions in the past, let's say, 6 months now. And despite a couple of videos that we have done, a lot of people still don't know what is going on, to be very frank. And to be fair with them also, I also understand why. Because the Lagos State government and the ministry responsible for the recent demolitions, Ministry of Environment, have not really done adequate dissemination of information to at least explain what's going on to people. Yeah, the guy, that's the Honorable Commissioner, I've done a couple of interviews, but usually it's like after and post demolition. So he has not granted interview pre-demolition, so which is like very, very important thing. So this have made a lot of investors and a lot of people really question what the government is doing, and we'll be asking a very vital question in this video: is the Lagos State government a bully? Right now, in case you are coming across our video for the first time, this is our first video, and you are not familiar with our channel, you are not familiar with what we do, you're not familiar with my face. This is Meet the Property Guy Property channel, and this was because everything real estate for first-time investors, avid investors, people who have been investing already, or people who are starting out to invest, or people who are curious, and they really want to know what is going on in the markets, in the industry, and want to know what is going on in Nigeria entirely. So we analyze everything here about what is happening, about the sector, the industry, and we try as much as we can to guide you on your investments that you are about to do, the one you have done already, and everything that is related to real estate transactions in Lagos or in Nigeria entirely. So after watching this particular video, I also suggest you go to our other playlists. You have playlists on Lagos, land documents, playlists on interview sessions, trivia sessions. It's just a lot of playlists, a lot of topics that we have really covered, and I'm very confident that you are definitely going to learn a lot from the different videos and different content that we have put out there, just like you are going to learn a lot from this particular video. All right, so let's go straight into the topic and look at it based on the recent events in the past couple of weeks, in the past couple of months. Is the Lagos State government a bully? Yeah, so there are different ministries in Lagos, and the different demolitions that we have been carried out by different ministries too. So we have the Ministry of Environment, their jurisdiction. The Ministry of Environment handles anything that is pertaining to environment, canals, drainage, parks, bridges, that are also under the Ministry of Environment. So we have the Ministry of Physical Planning, we have the Ministry of Works, and the different demolitions also are carried out by different ministries too. The demolition at Ikota and the one at Mende, Maryland, was carried out by Ministry of Environment. So the abbreviation and the markings that you are going to be seeing will be MOE, Ministry of Environment. Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development are the one in charge of approvals, both building approval for residential, commercial, institutional buildings, and layout approvals, which is the one for estates. So it's possible for you to see MPP, a marking on a building, and then you see MPP. MPP, that represents Ministry of Physical Planning. So yeah, it's still the Lagos State government, is still a government parastatal, but the marking on the building always determine which agency is in charge, and also the kind of offense that was committed. If Ministry of Physical Planning mark your building, your offense is different from when Ministry of Environment mark your building, and it's also different from when Ministry of Works mark your building. For example, for the coastal road, the ministry that has been responsible for demolition for properties along the coastal road is not Ministry of Environment, and is not Ministry of Physical Planning. It is FMW, Federal Ministry of Works. So when they are marking any building also along that alignment, you're also going to see it there, the marking FMW, and then they write whatever they want to write in terms of how many meters the alignment is affecting that particular building. So understanding which ministry mark your building, or which ministry mark a particular building, can help you to understand what your offense is, which office for you to go to, and if it's reconcilable or it's not reconcilable. Now, for a lot of our contacts that have been asking that, okay, what's happening in Lagos, I'll be providing you a couple of materials actually, because that's the essence of this video. First thing, I'll go to Commissioner of Environment, Lagos State, because that boss is very, very active on Twitter. His name is Tokumbo Wahab. A couple of you guys might have already seen him in some videos. That's his picture. So, and then most importantly, you can go to his Twitter page on X, Tokumbo Wahab on Twitter. Most of the different meetings, the different markings, and the different actions by the Minister of Environment, the Honorable Commissioner always post it on his Twitter page. Even though I find it a bit somehow, because most of those postings are supposed to be on the official Ministry of Environment page, but it has a lot of followers on Instagram, and that's one accurate place to hear the government view and hear the government opinion regarding whatever that is happening, particularly from the Office of Minister of Environment. Most of the different meetings that they were having in Maryland, in Mende, even before the demolition, the Honorable Commissioner have been talking about it on Twitter before they carried out those demolitions. So I would suggest you follow him on Twitter, visit his page maybe every 1 or every 3 days for you to know actually what is going on in that space. Right now, in terms of the different demolitions that have happened in Mende, that have happened in Ikota Villa. So first thing first, let's go to Google Map. Let's go to Google Map. So let's first look at the locations of the different places that we've had demolitions currently. So let's first go to Ikota Villa Estates. Ikota Villa Estates. So, and the reason why we are doing this is we just want to demystify some certain things, so that we know exactly what is happening. Ikota Villa Estate. So let's start with the Ikota Villa Estate. This is Ikota Villa Estates here on Google Map. And first thing, I want people to understand that for the different demolitions that have happened, the one that happened in Ikota, the one that have happened in Mende, it did not affect the entire estate. And as we speak, the affected estate, we have people staying there till date, both for Ikota and for Mende. Mende Villa, as we speak, around 80-70% of the estate is still standing. Ikota Villa, around like 90% of the estate is even still standing. So most of the demolished building or the buildings that have been brought down are strictly and solely the affected buildings based on the regulation of the Ministry of Environment. Right now, this is Ikota Villa Estate, and you can see this. This is a canal. This is a canal that passed to Ikota Villa Estate. So basically, the different buildings that have been affected here are buildings that have been along the alignment of this canal. And It's quite a simple thing. Look at the size of this canal here. Look at the size of this canal here. You see it now. So, in a lot of ways, the Ministry of Environment actually have drone footage, layout maps of these alignments, the alignment of all the canals, and putting the fault on the Ministry of Environment, because by now they should have publicized a lot of these things. There are a couple of different canals in Lagos, and each of these canals, they are named. There's system 1, system 2, system 3, system 36, system this one, system that one. It's not my job to understand those ones for me to own a property in Lagos. What I just want to understand is my property is in this place, my property is that place, and this is the so-so system or so-so canal that feeds where my property is located. So what I just have to do is check the system or the drainage canal or the drainage map in that particular location, check my property, and make sure that my property is not in any way along the alignment or along the routes of that canal. If the different canal or drainage maps can be shared online, even the locations right now that they have not demolished yet, that they are still going to demolish, the people there that have properties are already going to be aware that this is the map. Me too, I'm seeing it with my cocoa eyes, and I'm seeing my building, and I already have it evidently clear that my building true is standing at the alignment of this canal. All right, now let's check Mende Villa, because it's quite important for Mende Villa estates for us to really get to see these things ourselves, and for us to really understand what is happening. All right, so this is Mende Villa. Again, look at the estates, look at the canal. This is Mende Villa estate. At least if we are lying, Google Map will not lie. So this is Mende Villa estates, this is the canal. And as I mentioned earlier, 70 to 80% of this estate is still standing. The affected properties are majorly the buildings that are closest to the canal. Most of the buildings at the fronts, they are still down. People are still staying there now as you speak. Either the people that are staying there themselves or the people that rent it out, they are still staying there. They are not affected. You get? So this is the estates, this is the canal, this is the estate. So when some things happen, the first question is really to just ask some questions. Is the estate really, or the building really close to the canal? Yes. Is it the entire estate that was brought down? No. But unfortunately, we are the one that is doing this explanation for something that is supposed to be the explanation of the ministry or the whoever that is in charge of those demolitions. And that's why I really concur with the Lagos State government being a bully, because I don't expect the Honorable Commissioner to be on the screen only when a demolition has been done. Prior to demolitions, prior to actions, prior to implementations, the government owe everyone a responsibility to be carried along for people to know actually what is happening. You know, they can take 3 months or 2 months to have an enlightenment or sanitization exercise going across all the different locations where we have all these system 1, system 2, system whatever canals in Lagos, and letting the different estates and the different properties around these canals to understand that this is what is happening, and this is how their properties so far so good have been affecting these canal alignments and these drainage alignments, and this is how it has been affecting other locations after them. This sanitization and enlightenment exercise can be recorded. Lagos State have LTV. Channels is in Lagos. Arise TV is in Lagos. TVC is in Lagos. Most of all these popular TV stations is in Lagos. Get their crews, let them be there, so that when it comes to times when there are now demolitions and different implementation and enforcement, the ministry themselves can also provide evidence and recordings that we actually there before, we were actually there 2 months ahead, we were actually there 3 months ago, we were actually there so years, and this is what we explain to them. You know, just telling people with your mouth that we were there so time, or we had meeting with them, is different from when there is video evidence, either an Instagram post that was made when you guys had that enlightenment, or some TV recordings, some videos on different TV stations showing that you guys were actually there and you guys actually explain all these things, because it's important. You don't want to have the media against you. You want to have media at your side, and it's quite very easy and very simple to do that. And to be very frank with you, there are still going to be more demolitions in Lagos. For a couple of people that are familiar with some certain places, let me show you something. Now, one of the most notoriously flooded location in Lagos is the Agungi Ajinro Road. This is Agungi Ajinro Road. Let me zoom out. Now, this place, either is dry season or is rainy season or is January or is June or is July or, this place always flood. Like, once you drive, there will always be water on the road. This is Agunga Ajinro Road. This entire road stretch down to the Lekki Expressway and goes down to Ajinro, connecting to Asaba and to other locations. Now, it is already clear that a major reason why this road is being flooded all year round is because the canal here have been blocked. Now, Google Map is even revealing something to me. Now, look at this. This is a canal. Look at this canal. Look at this canal. When the canal got here, this is what happens. Now, this canal continues here. Look at the canal here. Look at this place. So, this water and this water, they are not connecting. Now, look at where this canal, look at where it discharges. So, this particular canal discharge somewhere. Let me zoom out more. Discharge here. This is another water body here where this popular canal discharge to. So simply because these two water that are not connecting is simple, the water here is going to flood because it's not going anywhere. And the major body where it's supposed to discharge to is not discharging to it. So this place, all this entire place, they flood. And what do you think is going to happen if they have to connect these two water bodies together? They have to bring down buildings. It's as simple as that. No other two ways about it. They have to bring down buildings. And I'm very sure there are still even more serious issue to it, because when you look at the size of this canal here and look at the size of this canal here, you see that it's not even the same. That means people have encroached. So if you have a property at Agungi, better go and check the alignment of your property before they even come and demolish it at all, so that you know if your property is along that alignment. Now, the same thing with Ado Road. For people that are familiar with Ado Road also, once there is rain like this, right from the Aja bus stop, that Aja under bridge, that entire road floods. So Ado Road is the road that goes to Badore and then come back to Aja under bridge. So this road is also another very, very important road. You can see that the Ado Road extend back to the Lekki Expressway here. This is Aja Market. All this place, once rain fall like this, everywhere floods. Every goddamn place floods. See, anywhere where you are seeing flooding in Lagos is simple. The canal in that location, people have encroached on it. Is just very clear. And once people have encroached on a particular canal, water is not going to flow. And once water is not flowing, there will be a problem. Look at this canal here. Look at this canal here. Look at this canal here. This is a major canal, because you can see that this one discharged to the lagoon here. Look at this one here. I'm very sure this water is supposed to connect with this one. I can bet it in the master plan, in the drainage master plan. But the simple fact that this water is not connecting to this one, it means that all the wastewater here is not discharging here, so that you can go and discharge to the lagoon. So this place, they are going to have issue of water. No how. If there is a heavy rainfall for probably 1 week, all the properties here are going to flood. Normal. It's certain. So I'm expecting, these are things I'm expecting the Ministry of Environment to do anyway. you have all these drone shoots, you have all this master plan, all this layout showing all this location and showing the different drainages and canals there. Make it public. I don't know why we like secrecy in this country. We just want to make things secret unnecessarily. So people start paying for unnecessary what they're not supposed to pay for. Make it public. Let people get to see that this is a master plan. This is drainage master plan for Surulere. This is drainage master plan for Maryland. This is drainage master plan for Ogudu. This is drainage master plan for Lekki Phase 1. This is drainage master plan for Lekki Scheme 2. So people see this drainage master plan, see the existing buildings, how they are on this master plan, and how most of these buildings they have encroached the current drainage there. So they have idea that this is what the government is trying to do, but without like adequate information of what is going on. There always be different narratives, and people always see the government as a bully, and rightfully they are a bully, because you can't just wake up one day and go to people's property and demolish their property. Yeah, admittedly they did something wrong, but they don't know that they did something wrong. It's your responsibility to explain to them what they have done, and explain to the public also that this is what is going on. Because if you don't do this explanation, people will always feel like there is something else behind what you are trying to do. Just as simple as that. Look at this now. This is somewhere, I think this should be somewhere around Songote though. So these are two canals here. We can see that there's a bottleneck here. There's a bottleneck here. This place is not supposed to be like this, because a big water cannot be here, and this middle is now this thing. You get? So all these different drainage channels, and the same thing for Shisco Ikate. Once there is rain like this, you cannot drive. You will see water on the entire Shisco road down to like down to bonnets. Water, the flood there enters people's car. It's simple. The water there is not linking to anywhere. It's just as simple as that. And as long as the water there is not linking to anywhere, it means that people have encroached and blocked the drainage there. And as long as people have blocked the drainage there, the government at some point and at some time will definitely have to come and demolish. No other two ways about it. All this place you are seeing here. Once rain fall like this, serious flood. All this place is serious flood once rain fall. And these are places where they are selling properties 100 million, 150 million, and rain will fall, you cannot drive. It's because people have blocked the drainage. So it's the responsibility of the government to let people actually understand and let people know that this is what we are trying to do, this is what is happening. And people need to also understand that when there are actions, there are also consequences. If for whatever reason you see a vacant location where people are not building, and you extend your own property down to that vacant land because you feel like I can extend it, it's a money land, I can just pay money the small amount to have access to that land, and that portion is a setback for a drainage or a setback for a canal. It's a matter of if Tokumbo, the current honorable commissioner, does not come for you, it's a matter of time. Someone somewhere will come for you at some point. It's as simple as that. So it's that to be very frank and to be very transparent, a lot of more buildings are going to come down in Lagos. Either the government do awareness or they not do awareness, just like naturally a lot of more buildings are still going to come down. Okay, look at this too. Look at this. Look at what is happening here. This is a major drainage. This is a major canal. This is a major canal. This is a big water body here where these canals, where they flow to. This canal here is not dumping this water into anywhere. And the ideal process here, the ideal map here is for this one to link with this one so that they can now go on to dump the entire water here. It's just simple. And now this water is not dumping anywhere. Water naturally will find a place to dump itself. Is that just it? Water naturally will find a way to dump itself. So this is what we expect the government to do. Come up with the master plan, the drainage master plan that you guys have, and let people know that this is what you are trying to achieve, this is what you are trying to do. And it's also very, very important now for anybody that wants to have a property in Lagos. You must ask, where is the closest canal? I beg. Hope it's not like my house is the last one to the canal. You know, you want to ask. It's quite important. And I've been saying this for a couple of time. It's important for you to send a surveyor to any property you want to buy. Let them go there. If they charge you, pay. For you to pay a surveyor 100k or pay a lawyer 200k, it's better than when you have put 100 million or 80 million or 70 million into an investment and they have to bring it down. So let's just pay the few people that you have to pay for you to verify whatever that you have to verify, for you to check whatever that you have to check before you go. And this thing is not even a Lagos thing only. Yeah, it's more paramount in Lagos because Lagos is a coastal town or coastal city where there is lagoon and there's Atlantic Ocean. So paying attention to drainages, canal, streams in Lagos is very, very important because you are naturally a floodplain, you are naturally a lowland. But this same thing also apply if you are also doing your investment in places like Port Harcourt also, because it's also a riverine area. You are doing your investment in Asaba, you know. So you also want to pay attention to all these different drainages or different canals or different water bodies to make sure that you are not in any way impeding the government plan, because every state government has Ministry of Environment. They may be effective, they might not be effective, but it's just a matter of time before someone like Tokubo Wahab too will become their commissioner and you go on starting to take the environment serious. So the Lagos State government have been very poor in terms of their awareness, in terms of what they are doing, how they are implementing this. You know, a lot of places in Lagos we don't pay attention to these things, to these canals. We just feel like the water is there now, as long as the water is flowing, it's fine. No, each of those canals, they have a size. Look at Alakbere now. You can see different water bodies here too, different water channels, and each of those water channels is connecting to another water channel, then connecting to another water channel, connecting to another water channel, before they now all dump their water to the lagoon. You get? So all these, each of these water channel, they have their standard size, they have their standard meters. Some of them is 60 meters, some of them is 100 meters. So because the channel is there, or some people have reduced it at the front, you too, you go and reduce it at your own point too. You reduce the 60-meter drainage or the canal, you reduce it to 30 meters or to 40 meters. The government one day will come and take down all the buildings and take it back to their 60 meters that they want to take it to. So it's not just about the water or the canal should be flowing, but the canal alignment, the canal size, and the canal setbacks, how many meters building should be to it, has to be implemented and has to be followed seriously. Very, very important. So as we have all this, if you go to Shomolu too, you will see different canals. There are canals there too. You go to Yaba, there are canals. You go to Ikoyi, there are canals. You go to Lekki Phase 1, there are canals. And the government have a master plan for all these different canals. So regardless, anywhere you are buying a property, you want to pay attention to all this. Make sure that your property is not in any way standing there. If Tokubo Wahab does not demolish it during his time, another person will come, they will open your file and demolish it too. So like I said before, a lot of buildings still have to come down in Lagos, particularly if they really want to fully implement the canals as it has been in the master plan. Yeah, there are a lot of argument that why should the buildings come down? Are there no other ways to achieve this? Blah blah blah. Well, that's the headache of the Minister of Environment, not my own headache. My responsibility is to tell you what is going to happen, particularly if you go and build or have a property along the canal alignment. So that's it. So if we are already agitated by the current demolition. I'm sorry, I have bad news for you. There are still more demolitions to come. Either Tokubo will have stop or it not stop. Another person will still come and continue those demolitions. And this is one that we are still having, even from Ministry of Environment, the Ministry of Works. They are still also going to start their own demolitions, because a lot of expressways in Lagos, particularly Lekki Expressway or major highway like Ogombo Road, people have encroached on the setback. Like I said in one of my videos, there's a setback to road or highways. So some highways, they will tell you 60-meter setback, some they will tell you 20-meter setback, some they will tell you 10-meter setback. If you go and build inside that setback, one person will just come one day and tell you that all these shops you guys build at the front, all these shops are going down on the road alignment, and they will go true. They will go. So if Minister of Works too now, if those ones should start their own implementation of all these setbacks, more building will come down. People that have gone and built in setback. So that's why if a property is facing road or is along major road, you want to make sure that they follow the setback there, and your own property is not within the setback of the road. That's not what they are giving you. So is very, very important. It's very, very important. So like I said before, we have different ministries in charge of all these things. We have the LASBCA, Lagos State Building Control Agency. We have the LASPPA, Lagos State Physical Planning Authority. We have the Ministry of Environment, MOE. We have the Ministry of Physical Planning, MPP. We have the Ministry of Works, MWC. We have the Federal Ministry of Works. Those are the ones in charge of the Lagos Coastal Road, FMW. So when you see most of these markings, the particular agency that is in charge of that marking will also put their ministry there, so that you know who you are going to be dealing with if you have to challenge that particular marking or that particular demolition. And I've done a video also talking about if you have a property in an estate, you are not immune. So because you have a gated estate and you guys go and encroach any of the water body, any of the canal, they will build down on our fence and build down on our gates and go and demolish what they have to demolish. It does not stop the government. So your estate is just like a normal street, no other big deal there, basically. And the same thing applies either is Abuja, is Port Harcourt, is Enugu, anywhere it is. Anyway, even actually in as a matter of fact, demolitions is not only in Lagos. See, let me show you something. Because now I want to be showing things with evidence now. I don't want to be saying things with my word of mouth, because if we say some certain things with word of mouth, people will think like we are joking. Okay, let me show you something. Let me show you Asaba demolition. Today is what? Today is May 17. So look at the results. 2 days ago, demolition. 1 day ago, demolition. 6th of February 2023, there was demolition too. So let's come to the results. 4 days ago, Delta State demolition. 4 days ago too, Delta State. So you can see that it's not the Lagos thing. Okay, don't worry. Let's go again. Anambra demolition. You see, 23rd of April, 4,000 displaced as Anambra demolished illegal structures. That's April 24th. Thank God, all of us have internet, so you too can try it on your own phone too, and go to Google and search. You see, in March, in April, there was also demolitions in Anambra too. Don't worry, I'm not true. Enugu demolition. So you see, 1 week ago, 2 days ago. So let's come to results. So you see, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. So you see, 3 days ago, 8th May. You see, there's also demolition in Enugu. Don't worry, I'm not true. Let's go to Abuja. Abuja demolition. So you see, 3 days ago also, they served 24 hours notice, 500 structures, Ekare. 1 day ago, 4 days ago. So you see, you see, land allocated without approval, April 224, No. This particular story affected around like a property on I think the property is on like 20 hectares of land. That's the property that this one affected 3 days ago. So this just to let you know that if you say, I'm not buying property in Lagos because of demolition, no. If you go to another state and go and buy nonsense, they will still demolish your property too. If you go out to another state and go and buy a property without making the right findings, they will still demolish your property too. If you still go to another state and go and buy a property where and go and buy from the wrong people, they will still demolish your property too. So the same offense that you do in Lagos or anybody do in Lagos and they demolish their property, if you go to another state and commit that same offense, they will still demolish your property too. And that's why I just showed you some search results, simple search results here on Google on different demolitions that happened in other states in the past 3 months or in the past 4 months. So that's the story. That's the thing. So if anybody is telling you, I don't buy property in Lagos because of demolition, no, show them that other states too, people that commit offense in other states too, that are demolishing their property too. So it's about just trying to do what you are trying to do. Although, to be very frank, I don't support most of these actions by the government because I feel like it just really doesn't solve most of the issues, and it just make a lot of things scary and risky. But government is government anyway, particularly at this part of the world. So what you want to do is minimize your risk and then find a way to just avoid all this trouble. All right, so you can drop your comments if you have a different view, you have a different comment, you have something to share with us also. You can drop your comments and you can let us hear your view. I'll be very, very interested in that. And I see me, your number one property on the planet. We are always here churning out valuable content to you, trying to make sure you are educated, you are enlightened, and you know everything that is going on here. See you next time.